Hello there, this is Draco, and yesterday, the 14th of March, was actually a pretty good day for people playing on the Modern Leagues. We had actually none other than 3 5-0s, and I want to do a bit interesting today. I want to go through the list, just talking about where's the Merfolk at right now, and then we'll let you guys decide which of these 3 decks should I actually play next time I do a run. I'm also going to do some Modern gameplay today, so you're going to get a couple of matches because we are still a game or 2 short from last time. But also, you got to remember to vote in the chat below which of these 3 decks we're going to go through now is going to be the one you prefer me to play on the next stream. And I'll be posting when that stream is. So let's look at the list. The first one is the one from Marszalowski. Marszalowski will be list number 1. So if you want me to play Marszalowski's list, type 1 in the YouTube comment. So what is he doing here? Marszalowski, you can also go to your Goldfish, can find this list out yourself. It's the top 3 here. This is a pretty sweet list, a pretty standard, straightforward list. But we had the Digital and Dog Hands, so if you're a fan of those, you should type 1 in if you like the Dog Hands. And this is actually the really close to the list I'm running right now. So Marszalowski is doing great. He's been going great in this Modern Challenge and also doing a 5-0. So this list is really performing well, and that's the list I'm going to play today. So if you want to watch this list, do another run. Vote for that in chat. It's for Subtlety main deck. Notice that only 2 members. Let's get to number 2. If you want me to place Katobu's list, type 2 in chat. And here it's not Richard and Dockhand. It's Mistcaller. Mistcaller looking strong against Creativity. Creativity is a deck on the rise. But notice here a couple of cool things that Katobu has been doing. We got Spell Pierce in the main deck and 2 Force Negations. The other, a third Force Negation in the sideboard. But main deck Spell Pierce, could that be good right now? Maybe it is. It's good against Creativity. It's good against a lot of the Planeswalkers. Ren and 6, for example, you can counter that on 1. It's also good against the Cascade decks. So pretty cool tech to play that. Maybe that's interesting. If you want me to test that out, type 2 in the YouTube comments below. And then finally we have J Skills 33, and I like this list as well. Really interesting because notice in this list there's no of the free spell in the main deck. So we got Force Negation and Subtlety. All 8 of those copies are in the sideboard. So if you want to watch me just grind down with a really fair and balanced list, type 3 in chat. Then we're going to check out J Skills list. What it does is cutting these cards to the sideboard allows J Skills to do. He's putting in a couple of extra Harbingers for creature interaction and a couple of Spreading Seas as well. But look at this, actually really cool list. Really sweet, a lot of 4-offs and really tight list as well. So if you want to watch me play this list, type 3 in chat. But that's perfect. Let's get into the Modern League action where we are playing the Marszalowski with list that he performed well in on the Showcase Challenge. This list here. So that's one we're gonna continue playing now. It was a good start, but we are actually 1 and 2 now. But so let's see if we can close out the league in good form. We started by winning against Death Shadow, really nice matchup. Then we had a really close game against Hammer Time, losing 1-2. But the last game he needed to top deck an Ornithopter. Top decking an Ornithopter, okay? Is that the strongest play you can do? Yeah, it was, because he had Pure Steel Paladin and the card of Complete he could equip on and we were on 4 HP. We had an entire board and he was killed next turn, so he had to top deck the Ornithopter, which is flying, and card of Complete gives it haste. So pretty unfortunate. And then the last game we got handily beat by Omnath, which is a really strong deck right now. And a tough matchup. Let's see if we can bounce back here against Amos. We can't bounce back with this hand. That's not going to work. So let's start by clicking the big mulligan button. Yeah, we can play with this. Let's keep this. When I'm on a mulligan like this, without no knowledge, I think Subtlety is fine to put back. Let's say yes for this. And we get some information of the Tide Shipper since he's on the play. This could be burn. It could be a lot of things. It's probably not burn, but error message means a lot of things. I think I still want to run out the Tide Chipper on one. Maybe I do. Yeah, let's run out the Tide Chipper one because we have Svelun. Then we can curve out in Indestructible Svelun. I really like this Kaladesh Island here. Let's just put this one out, say Merfolk. It might be a deck that is playing islands. We know now from the Armesa fetch, but if it's not, it's fine to get a 1/1 out that we can buff up later and can perform well for Svelun to give it indestructible. It's kind of a skill test, you know, Tide Chipper, because what if this is Hammer Time and he's playing Earth Saga, then I'd be looking like a fool, right? So, but I think it's always a consideration. What are you aiming for? What are you doing? And this might as well. It doesn't look like Hammer Time because they would typically play something on one. He lost connection. Let's pause and wait for him to get back, so you don't have to sit and wait for me doing that. Okay, unfortunately, Amos never managed to get back, and I'm sure that some rodent ate his LAN cable, so that's how it goes. But that means that we get a free win, and we'll be back for the 5th match in a second. Okay, we have finally won a die roll. Let's say yes to starting. I can take off my headset again. While I was waiting for that guy to be disconnected, I was just chilling and watching other streams. This is a keeper. Look at our 1-drop go. Look at the curve out. And here actually I think I want to lead with an island. These are looking really nice actually. It was my honorable mention when I did the top 10 cool islands. I'd actually put that link in the comments if you want to look into which kind of cool islands you should get. Because that's actually interesting to look into. I wanted to find 10 cool islands you can get on a budget. Because you want to have flavorful islands. I like to swap it around. I think these are pretty cool. Very characteristic in the design. Okay. Let's lead with one of the cool islands and a duck hand. So remember, if you want to watch me play this list again, you gotta type 1 in chat. That was Marshmalowski's list. Type 1 for Marshmalowski in the YouTube channel. This list I'm running right now. Here comes the Ragavan Gobble Wobbler. My big question is, do I want to stay back? I think I do. 1 for Marshmalowski's list, which were, this is I'm running at the moment, 2 Dismemberers main deck, 4 Subtlety main deck, 2 Dog Hands. If you want to instead watch the Katobu list, which is the one running Spell Pierce main deck, and Mistcaller main deck, type 2 in chat. Or if you want to watch me run J-Skill's deck, that's the deck with no of the free spells. I think that's pretty interesting. Oof. We actually could go for the Trickster play. I think I like that more. I don't want to attack. He's never gonna block, so we can get in a point of free damage. The reason being that the Trickster blade just means that he can't do any trickery. And I want to do it in begin combat so he can't dash a Ragavan if that's what his line was. So he's gonna go to begin combat. And we'll put this one down. I found that I actually really want to use adepts later rather than early. when I started playing a lot of Merfolk, I actually thought that Added was a perfect turn 2 play, but it's actually better later in the game because then you have more, impactful cards you're putting in. Oh, it's Domain Zoo. Domain Zoo. Then we shouldn't have used the Trickster yet, but at least we get Ironwalk now. Moonwall is actually pretty neat. We could hit for 6. That will kill him next turn with the Moonwall in play, right? Yeah, I think that's the right line. It's not 6, it's 5, but it's still killing him next turn, right? Goes to 9. Pressuring the aggressor. What is he doing now? What is he doing now? Sometimes aggro decks really don't want to just be able to attack. Yeah, you fight this guy. Give me some damage. Hit the island from the top. Yeah. So it's only 8 points of damage. I think I'd rather want just board out and give him 2 points of damage from the Trickster maybe. Let's start by playing this one. Just showing the Tide Shaper, because we're gonna save this one. Okay. We might just play out the Tide Shaper without removing a land. We can tap a land down. Nah. It's better doing it like this. Just gonna hit him to 6. Now he should be dead next turn. They do have lightning bolts and lightning helixes, but we took out a white source. Now we can just go block at it. We're gonna take the 5. Then we're to 8, and you can really burn us out for 8. Then having natural islands is also pretty strong for us. I mean, not the worst. Here comes Turakabu. Nice that he's running at an old border. I dig it. Okay, so this looked like a lightning helix if I ever saw one. Could easily be lightning helix. So I could just play the Sverloon and attack with the Resident Dog, and that has an Ironwalk anyway. Then going to 5. And we have a big blocker out. Okay, check this out. If it's Lightning Helix, he needs to use it now. If I play the Sverloon, he can't play. Oh, look at this. Okay, so if it's Lightning Helix and not Lightning Bolt, he's gonna have to use it right at this moment. I'll play down the Sverloon. Okay, so it wasn't Lightning Helix, but it could be Lightning Bolt, and then you can still use it on the Master. So I think I wanna, wait a turn. He can read a force attack, and then I'll just attack with the Dog Hand. Next turn we can play Master and activate Motor Vault. So he gets one more turn to do whatever. Domain Suit with the final round. Interesting. I really like this deck, but it's just like I've always been a fan of suit decks, cool creatures in aggressive colors and something like that. I don't think it's the strongest deck, but I think it's pretty cool. It's nice that the modern format is so diverse. Dromoka's Command, a pretty cool card. He can make me sacrifice an enchantment. That's gonna be relevant. Me and all my enchantments. So this rune is a nuisance for him. By playing it this way, I think we just eliminate chances of getting blown out by anything. Yes. You have blockers for days, but now we play the Master and attack with everything. Even though he kills the Master, he can only block 4. Then he's not dead, actually. Yeah, we can down the swing back. So I need to have people staying back. I have the read that he has a lightning bolt. But that solved my problem. Well, he hadn't had one. Domain Sue. Where have you been all my life? We love tricksters in this matchup. I think Solidity is actually fine. Harbingers looks good as well. Yeah. Adults might be too slow. Keeping the subtleties, but adults are probably too slow. I don't think I can mana deny them, so I don't like the Spreading Seas. There's nothing really from the graveyard we can interact with. Maybe Kira is good because they have so much removal. Let's get in a couple of Kiras. And Harbingers are good. So let's do it like this. I think that's pretty good. Dockhand, is that good? I don't even like the Dockhand that much in this matchup. Doesn't really matter just having anything down. Maybe actually Experience is just better than the Dockhand. Because if I want to win it, deny them, I want to have it permanent and then redraw cards. So we do kind of more like a defensive approach. I like the Taint a lot because we have double Trickster. Giganta. Double Trickster is great against the Kavu because it'll just kill it. It's a XX with the ability that power number equal to the basic land types, but then it's reduced to not having that. Then you have power numbers even to 0. Vial? No vial. Let's see what he does. If it's a Kavu, I think we want to kill it. But otherwise, we might just use Springseas. It's a Scion, okay. Yeah, I think actually I'll let it hit us once. Spring is of course good because you want to, you know, diminish the amount they have, and we can do that now, taking 1 point of damage. We say Merfolk. So we're gonna take a hit from that guy, but we're gonna take out the Salvatrum. We need the land there. Okay, this is of course a pretty good turn 2 play. That's what this deck does. We can draw this Dismember. His mana base could be pretty shut off by Spring Seas now, hopefully. It's probably not. They do have a lot of, you know, triomes and fifth lands. Okay, prefer just drawing a Mood of Old or something now. Would be decent. Maybe just a blue source. Maybe Curious X is not the right strategy. Yeah, they have removal, but they also do, you know, are aggressive. But Hibbling outsvalue into Leyline Binding here, you know. Brawler coming in. So kind of unfortunately we're hitting the wrong ones, and now we kind of have to start tapping it down. Yeah. So we're going to do a pretty interesting trick on this one, but I don't think it's relevant as of yet. We just do another Hex Catcher. You know, we can diminish this one into a 0-3, but we can't really kill it anyways, so that's not worth it. We didn't draw a land there, so that's pretty bad. It gives green creatures first Tremble, whatever, it has Tremble already. So definitely not playing a Lord. Let's just use a Trickster on the Scion, I think. And we just pitch a Hex Catcher. Can't just take 7 points of damage here, so we have to start using our Tricksters defensively. Okay, so we didn't tap the Scion, but it's fine. It's 1 point of damage difference, and I was just tapping through a bit too fast. I don't think we're winning this game. Turn 2 Scion, and we just can't draw lanes, so. Yeah. Fast games, these. Fast games. I think we're doing the right thing. A consideration is how good Hex Catchers are. Maybe we just actually like the Adepts better. Maybe a couple of Adepts instead of a couple of Hex Catchers. They seem kind of bad here. Okay, I actually think this hand is fine. We have Trickster for Kavu, we have Dismember for Ragavan. I want to keep it a bit too heavy on the lanes, but we can draw out of it. A bit too heavy on the lanes. If I haven't gotten around to tell you, I enjoy my sponsor, Card Hoarder. These are the guys who are letting me rent cards. So if you want to test out Merfolk and you haven't played it yet, you can rent it at Card Hoarder. Okay, let's see if you got a turn 1 Ragavan. That would be the worst. We can dismember it right away. Save the Trickster for the Kavu. Yeah, he comes. Boom. Boom. Yeah, this is a Bragavan. He's gonna kill it right away. Could be us being the control deck. We can play the Hex Catcher if he doesn't have Kavu. He did have Kavu. Look at us just answering his things perfectly. You go away now. Svelu. Springseas. I like Springseas here. That's getting further away from Scion. So even though holding Hexcatcher up is also pretty nice, I think it's definitely worth it. Next turn we can attack with Mutavault and hold up Hexcatcher again. It's also stalling him a bit. He's taking a lot of damage from his own lands. That's what they kind of do. With this greedy mana base, you are taking a lot of damage. Okay, Mindeck Bolt that one. That's not a good sign for him. People doing that is just like, okay, you're not having the best day. Here we want to draw action. But I think it's okay. Say Merfolk. I just want to attack with the Mutavault. I don't think it's worth playing out the Hexcatcher. Maybe it is. I think it is actually. Because he can't interact with it with a single blue source. So we get in the hit and now he's on 10. That is relevant. You know, that's 5 hits instead of 6. Here comes Scion. We can use that, and he's going to use the domain, leyline binding. That one, yeah, that's fine. We have one more, and now we'll just use Harbinger when he attacks. No, we're going to use it in instep actually. Alright. We're going to use it in step, so he can't kill anything with any more leyline binding. So we're going to take the 4. More? Yes, go back to your hand, sir. Dismember is interesting. So we could dismember the brawler and hit him for 6. Then he replays Scion. Maybe Scion is better to kill. Yes, I think Scion is a bigger problem than this one. What if we just attack with the Mutavaults? I'm gonna attack with both. Okay, I didn't hate that. That was a decent trade. Interesting, he wanted to block there. I didn't mind that, but he could have a lot more action. We need to draw something. Some lords, maybe? We're going to 8 now on the killing the Scion. Yeah. Come on. Saloon. Master is perfect. He didn't have the removal spell the turn before. Okay, so he's on 1, I think. No removal spells. I think Kira is wrong to put in this matchup, but I think we're doing it pretty well. We have 3 lethal creatures. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We won a qualifier point, and we got our intake back. And let's open some crates, see if we're lucky. I used to open these a lot, but we have 20. Okay, ready? Open all of these. Come on. Dice roll. Go. Open all of these. 3, 2, 1. Let's get some value. Furies. What do we got here? We got 190 points. What's there? This guy. Okay, Vampire Nocturnus, isn't that worth something? This was a dot though. Oh, Chalice of the Void. That's pretty. Pretty. And we got a Windswept Teeth as well. Okay. That's why I want to roll the dice. Conspicuous Snoop is also decent. Yeah, I'm not sad about that. That's fine. So let's just go through what we're gonna do for next time. What we're gonna do for next time is that we're gonna choose one of. Oh, this is the main zoo. One of these 3 lists. So if you want to watch me replay the Marshmalowski list, we had some good games, and it was really close. 2 Dismember main deck, and then 4 Subtlety. So all in on the Subtlety action, and when the fan of Resident Dockhand. Pretty nice list. And he also got the showcase. So type 1 in chat if you want to see me playing Marshmalowski's list again. Cartobus, also really cool list. Type 2 in chat if you want to watch me play 2 Spell Pierce in the main deck. We also got Mist Scholars, but I think Spell Pierce is kind of fun. And J-Skill saying number 3. So number 3 is no free spells. Crazy. So type 3 for no free spells. Type 3 for no free spells. That's how it is. He's running the Force Negation as well since on sideboard. I like this a lot as well. So let me know in chat. And thank you guys for tuning in today. It was just a fun little game. And have a great one. See you next time. Bye bye.